Oh, shit. Turning phone. Oh, hey, look. It says that Diary of a Trans Woman has gone live on YouTube. Let me go ahead and silence that.
Oh, you dingus.
All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1.
One.
Turn myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle! I'm Pickle Rick!
Patreon.com/Diary of a Trans Woman.
Boop.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diary of a Trans Woman. This is episode 76, and it is a lovely August night of the date that is the 10th. It is August 10th. Welcome. Just like every week, I am joined by my BFF and CHI. Thank you for joining, EJ.
Why? You're welcome.
Let's get this off.
Pleasure to be here, Abbo.
How are you? What have you been up to lately?
Just stuff.
Tough life. Dealing with that kind of stuff.
Crying, sis.
Yeah. Lots of poetry reading. I got my book. I got the Lemaire book by St. Knives, and I love it.
Lemaire.
I took 2 years of French, and there are like 3 words that I remember. Poisson, which is fish, bagno, which is bathroom, and la mer, which is
I know. That's how I thought it was said, but St. Knives said Lemaire, so it's Lemaire. Are you going to contradict her? Are you one of those people who say GIF?
No, what? It is GIF.
It's GIF.
No, it's not.
It is.
Graphical.
Giraffical. It refers to a giraffe. The inventor of the format said so.
The inventor of the format is an idiot who does not know how to pronounce words.
Well, St. Knives said that her book was pronounced Lemaire, so are you calling her an idiot? Because I think she's pretty smart.
Oh my god.
Trolled you.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Yep. Where are we going, Abbo?
It's a YouTube video that is longer than it needs to be. Hang on. Mer. La mer.
Yeah?
I believe a French YouTube more than I would believe her.
I believe her because it's her art.
She didn't art she arted the cover, but
it's her decision how it's said.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
It's her art.
Okay.
If I want to tell everybody, if I put out a book and I want to tell everybody how it's pronounced, if I want to say it's like, no, it's pronounced Diary of a Trans Woman, then people have to go with it.
Woman.
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen when if she does an audiobook and she says, "This is St. Knives, I'm reading from Lemaire." It's like, yeah, that's canon, dude.
Okay.
It's canon.
This is Diary of a Trans Woman, not woman. We're not Frankie.
Yeah, maybe for now.
I don't want yours that big.
Curiously persuasive.
What does that have to do with Star Trek and Ferengi?
What is a Star Trek?
You don't know what a Ferengi is?
Whatever.
It's Ferengi, the Quark, played by Armin Shimmerman, who is just amazing. Even though Ferengi are
like, really I like Star Wars. Oh, I like Star Trek. I like emo game. So okay.
I mean, Why
I
can't
play
you?
weird pixel art video games from the early 2000s that make fun of Conor Oberst. Okay.
I haven't watched an episode of Star Trek in forever, and I still know Ferengi.
You haven't watched an episode of Star Trek in forever? I only saw the J.J. Abrams movies. Yeah, see? I'm cool.
This is okay.
And I got bored through some of them.
Well, yeah, that's because oh my god.
Not all of them. Some of them were good. And I like that Beastie Boys song. You know, the one from Iowa.
Yep, the Beastie Boys song from Iowa, because the song is from Iowa. That's canon. Anyways, we had an awesome weekend. I know we talked last show about us kind of hanging out together in Chicago. Well, I went back to Chicago
Why?
last weekend, and it was to hang out with EJ again. But
Cool.
longtime listeners of the show will remember good friend of the show, Marie Guire, who is heading up the If You Want It project. If you see any of the Gender Is Over, If You Want It things floating around the internet and all over the place, they make jerseys and shirts and patches now and everything. And they're a full-fledged nonprofit, which is awesome now, because when I started interacting with them online when I first bought their jersey, they were just a small time. They weren't really a nonprofit. They were just all the money that came in had to instantly go out to different organizations, and that's great. But now they're able to amass money and put on these giant events. And one of the things that I am super excited about is I found out this weekend that because of the show, Marie was able to get a space in New York City, to put on an event, an educational event about gender and everything. And I'm super pumped for that. And I really want to go out and help out with that. So, but yeah, meeting Marie was awesome. They are good people. I like them a lot. And hopefully I get to see them again sometime, because I like that.
Yeah, and you liked us kicking your ass in pool too, right?
Yeah, you beat me in pool. So that
yeah.
was, you did not know what you were doing.
I hit 2 balls at the same time into pockets.
You were holding your pool cue like a javelin.
And it worked.
Okay. Anyways.
If I was so bad, then why did you lose? Yeah.
No, we lost because my partner because my partner hit the 8 ball into the pocket.
So you're gonna throw assists under the bus? Oh, gotcha there.
Okay, so
You're gonna regret asking me to co-host this podcast.
oh, I do sometimes already.
Oh,
But apparently you helped.
you're welcome.
So I don't know. Patreon's gone up since you joined, so that's a good sign. So yeah, that was the thing that happened. That was a good weekend. And something happened Saturday night. We got a well, EJ, why don't you tell what you had done when you joined up on the show?
So, as I was pumping up our social media, I was looking around, and I was looking around at different podcasts, and I was looking around, see what they did on their web pages, and I went to the web page of the popular podcast, My Favorite Murder, and they had like a cool illustrated like header image, and I was like, that's cool. I want a cool illustrated header image. So I contacted my buddy Zilla, who in the past she illustrated a kind of a doodly portrait for that I used on my profile. She actually did one of St. Knives too. That was cool, bringing it back together. Couple other friends have gotten it done, and I was just like, hey, do you want to make a profile, like a Facebook cover image for our Facebook page? And she was into it. We commissioned it from her, and Abby had the cool idea to was like, what if we did it in our respective cosplays we did recently? And she did it, and it was great. It turned out really great, and I just like looking at it.
I'm trying to bring it up on my screen here.
Yeah, you got it like really big right there.
Oh, but it's not. Okay, there we go. I want to listen to Yeah, there it is.
There it is. You found it.
Yeah. That looks awesome. I'm super pumped for that. I think that looks amazing. And so, Zilla, if you're out there, if you're listening, that's awesome.
We
That's
love you.
love you. So yeah, that was a thing.
So,
And then what else happened? Oh, I know. So I've been doing injections lately. We discovered that I am not getting what I need as far as hormone levels from what I have been doing. The cream was not working for me, which is weird because it's been working for a lot of other people, but not me. Um, which sucks because I guess I was the first person that Dr. Powers discovered the whole estrone estradiol discrepancies in, and he's been able to fix everybody else except for me.
You're like
And
zero.
huh?
You're like patient zero.
Yeah,
Like
I
all,
told him
everyone's going to get the Tranavirus, and it's going to be your fault.
not going to be the trans. I was gonna say, I told him if he wants to put it, if he publishes it and gets it like and has to like name the condition, the Abbey syndrome would be pretty cool if I had a thing named after me, because sometimes patient zeros get that.
So, do you really want to like go up to future partners and say this is like, hey, you know, I'm Abby Wessels, like the syndrome. Yeah, that's gonna get you laid.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's just something that'll come up at like dinner parties. That'll sound impressive. That's not a seductive pickup line.
But it might come up.
Hey,
It might come up on like a third or fourth date, and they'll be like, "You didn't tell me you have Wessels syndrome, baby." I'm not just the president; I'm also a member.
So, anyways, yeah, so I was not getting the levels that I needed. My ratio is fine. The estrone to estradiol ratio is fine. However, the levels were crap. I was much closer to being having the levels of a cisgendered male than anything else for a while. And so we switched. And despite the fact that I passed out last time I did it to myself, we are going to try injections again. And so for those of you who don't know, I went in and did like a test run with Powers to make sure I could do it right. And he taught me, walked me through the steps of how to stab and inject myself. And I did it. I pulled the needle out, I put it down, and I promptly blacked out. My heart slowed down to the point where everything just stopped. And that's not cool.
No.
No. And so I'm doing it now at home. I have all the stuff. I got a big box of syringes and everything. I feel like a drug addict, and I'm gonna have track marks all up and down my thighs. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it hasn't gone that great. I've done 2 injections so far, and tomorrow I'm gonna do my 3rd one. The first one, I was doing it with my roommate who with her job does a ton of injections, and so she knows what she's doing. She did it to me and I didn't black out. And so we know it's not anything to do with the medication. It just has
Your fault.
now, yes, my fault. Now, the first time I blacked out, I was not well rested. I was not well fed. I was not really in a great state at that time.
Well,
And
I mean, Michigan.
Michigan is a great state.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Both peninsulas?
The Upper Peninsula, we just kind of ignore. But Michigan's a great state. Don't you fight me on this.
It's kind of Indiana's hat, isn't it?
You fight me on this.
It's Indiana's hat.
No, it's a mitten.
Indiana's wearing a mitten on its hat. I could buy that. I've been to Indiana.
So, anyways, yeah, so roommate gave me the shot. I was fine. And then the next time I got back from Chicago, I was like, all right, let's do this. And she sat down on the couch next to me and I did the whole thing and I did everything right. And I got it halfway in, halfway injected. And because it's thick, it doesn't go in fast. It takes a few seconds. I get like halfway in and I started to go. And so she had to take over. So yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point.
Are you doing that every week?
Every 5 days.
Every 5 days? Shit. I do
No,
it every 2
I
weeks.
inject every 5 days.
Yeah, mine's every 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How much are you putting in?
Like a whole like one. How much does it measure on the on the thing?
Well, I do a half milliliter, but I don't know what the strength is. So I can probably actually look it up. Um,
Yeah, I
So-
mean, like I do it once every 2 weeks and I alternate legs. So really, I'm not putting that many holes in my legs.
what's the point of switching legs?
Well, so that you're not like, I mean, like you said, track marks and stuff like that. So you don't like
Yeah.
cause too much. If you do it too frequently to one leg, it's something. I don't know. You're science cop. Like I just know that they say it's just like, oh yeah, something will bunch all up or whatever if you do it too much in one. That's why sometimes people switch their hips, their butts, and
Wasn't that an 80s movie? Science Cop?
I think it was actually a webcomic spin-off that I read for it like ran for 2 weeks. Which
Yeah,
is
it was a spin-off of RoboCop.
sure.
Science Cop.
That's the one.
Drop your weapon. Up a burpee.
Ugh.
Up a burpee. What gauge needle are you using?
Um, the green one.
The green one. I'm using a
Ask me these number questions, dude. Just like I don't. They give me the thing and I put it inside me.
Well, I mean, if they're giving you a crap ton, like a giant needle, a giant ass needle, like you're gonna poke big holes in your leg.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
if you're using like a 19 gauge needle or something like that, or a 20 gauge needle, yeah.
This
I'm
is
using
a regular. I mean, they give me like there's a bigger one that I use to suck the estrogen out of the little tube, and then I have to like pull it out, and then there's air, and I unscrew it, and then screw on a smaller needle. And then actually, I have two different needles. They gave me two different kinds of needles because like they I think
Oh yeah, I'll draw it into like I'll stick it into the thing, draw it out into the syringe, take it out, and then switch needles to get a fresh one.
yeah, but the so the second one for me at least is a slightly smaller gauge. And then I actually have like a third gauge that they that I guess is subcutaneous needles, which like you don't plunge all the way in. It's just like just like directly beneath the skin and you do it at an angle. And I went to the doctor and I asked them to explain it, and they're like, yeah, some people like it different. So I was just like, but is there like a difference one way or the other? And they didn't really explain that to me. So I just went with the one they had me do originally. I was just like, why
Yeah.
you change my thing but not tell me how to do the thing? And they're like, I don't know. So I mean, I'm still getting my shirts.
I mean, yeah, if that's the case, that's good. Um so yeah, I'm still blacking out. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's a smaller needle and it's taking because it's oily. It's thicker. It's not like water.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it takes forever to fill the syringe, and then it takes forever to push it in.
Yeah.
It takes maybe about like 10, 15 seconds to push it into your leg. It's what am I looking at here? Del estrogen,
Yeah, same shit.
Spanish for the estrogen.
It's very viscous.
20 milligrams per milliliter, and I'm doing half a milliliter. So I'm doing 10 milligrams into my body every 5 days.
Seems legit.
Yep. So yeah.
I got confused. Like a little while ago, they gave me I think like right before the shortage a few years ago. Like, were you aware of that when it happened?
I feel like I was, but I wasn't worried. I wasn't on injection, so I didn't care.
Right, weirdo. So yeah, they there was a big shortage of the injectable, and it screwed up a bunch of trans women who like only could use the injectable. But
Other than an imbalance between estradiol and estrone, what are like reasons why people can't take?
I mean, it absorbs differently in the body. I mean, I think there's increased health risks if you take the
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also like, I mean, I switched from the injectable to the pills, and like when I went back, the my doctor says like, have you been taking your estrogen? I was like,
Oh.
yes, and apparently my levels will also those of a cisgender boy. And I mean, I still had boobs and stuff, which was cool. But
Oh yeah. No, I mean, visually I felt like I was okay, but I mean, I could tell when my levels were off. I was breaking out a little bit and waking up with morning wood, and things were swelling and not fun. And so those are all things that I haven't had in forever. So,
yeah, like, so one thing that happened like right before the shortage happened, I was gonna say, is that I suddenly started getting a different like concentration of the injectable, and I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Like, I only realized after, I don't know how long I had done it, but I was just like, hey, this box is a different color. I wonder if that means the words are different. Oh, I have to inject twice as much now. You know?
oh, that explains a lot.
And
What
just,
happened with that shortage? What made things short?
um, I don't know. I think it was just they said it was just they have one supplier who it comes from, and there was some like pharmaceutical nonsense that
They
we,
ran out of horse urine or something like that.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Which, fun fact, in like post-apocalyptic world, we're gonna have to cultivate pregnant horse urine to get our estrogen, because that's where it comes from, unless it's made in a lab.
That's cool. I would be lying if I didn't say that I am worried about where I'm gonna get my after the world blows up.
I actually heard of somebody who was like completely without a doctor injecting straight horse urine into their breasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
were they good boobs?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I should look into that a little bit more.
Yeah, I
But
mean, if you're gonna tell me about someone who puts horse urine into their boobs, you gotta at least tell me how good the boobs are.
I don't know. I've never seen them. I heard stories.
Jeez, just an urban legend,
It was from a credible source.
a credible source who
Yes.
hadn't seen the boobs.
Huh?
A credible source who hadn't seen the
But
boobs.
I didn't ask them about the boobs
Why?
because
You have
All right.
good priorities. Oh, I'm sorry, Abby. Are you okay?
No, I do have weird. I was trying to come up with a retort for that and saying that, no, I'm not always thinking about sex. But on the other hand, I'm pretty sure my progesterone is skyrocketing right now. And so,
Said when you were trying to think of a retort, were you just thinking of sex instead?
no,
Oh, that was such a convincing no. I believe you.
I'm curious to see what my levels are, what my progesterone levels are, because ever since I've been doing the butt capsules, like I've gotten very aroused.
Very
Like, my libido has gone way up.
Huh.
And that's like, I know that's what's supposed to happen when like you take a lot of progesterone. Progesterone makes things bigger, your boobs bigger, and that increases your sex drive. And so I've definitely noticed the sex drive, but God damn it, I want some tits.
Same.
Oh, you get
I mean, this is mostly like bra padding.
true. I just got out of the shower, so I'm not even wearing a bra.
Oh man.
Oh man. All natural. So, what else is going on? Anything fun?
I went to the I've been going to Northwestern University for their they have at their what is it, Northwestern University Center for Audit. Abby, I'm talking here.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Trying to get me killed?
No.
There's
Would
center
you like me to play that in the background?
maybe later, maybe when we're doing a bit.
All right, go with that and tell your story.
So yeah, I mean,
I'm
I've
sorry.
been to Newcastle, Northwestern University, the Center for Audiology, Speech, Language, and Learning, and they have their trans voice therapy sessions there that I can go to every once in a while. And I've been going to this like group session that they're doing like once a week for the month of August.
Didn't Harold and Kumar go there?
No, that's a different kind of castle.
Okay.
And I believe they had an excellent adventure.
Okay. Those. It's Bill and Ted.
Okay, but the bogus journey, I think that was Tegan and Sarah.
Continue with your story.
Anyhow, I go there and we talk about stuff, and we last week, when we went there, they were playing us like different video clips of different women, both cisgender and transgender. And they played audio clips of their interviews, and they would play it a little bit with the they would play a little bit like without the sound, so we could see like they had like when Laverne Cox was on Stephen Colbert and was like given an interview, and saw her like body language and stuff like that. And I was very proud of myself because there were a couple of people who were just like nailing every voice and could tell. And then like they got to one and they like none of them knew who it was. And I was just like, that's Queen Chelsea. I know that voice. I know that voice. I've watched that interview. I've watched her ABC News interview a few times. But this week we went to they have like this I guess they call it the Visor Room. I don't know what Visor stands for. I think it stands for something. But it's this giant room with like speakers and microphones all around the side, and it's like you go in there and it's meant to simulate different kinds of like I don't know, different situations, like different. There's one that's just like, they have one where it sounds like you're in a train station that's very loud, or they have one where it's like you're in a restaurant and like you have to carry on a conversation with your trans partner. They're like, well, try having a conversation, but like don't change your volume as you're going through it. Just or like don't change your pitch or whatever. You know, they just like we have different exercises we're going through. Try to improve our voices.
I'm searching for North Castle Visor Room and getting nothing.
Well, first of all, it's not called North Castle.
What was it? I think you said North Castle.
I said Newcastle, and Newcastle is actually spelled Nucasll because it's an acronym.
Newcastle Visor Room. Is Visor spelled weird?
I don't remember. It was just really cool.
Okay. I want to know.
Said that part to me. That wasn't in the handout.
Okay.
But they did say they gave us our homework, and they said one of the things was they said it's just like, one of your homework is like, see if you can find any like blogs or podcasts you think might be valuable. And it's just like, shit, I don't know any of those. So
you know one of them.
Yeah,
you should definitely bring this podcast in and be like, I can do an incredible impression of the host.
Yeah,
it's uncanny.
I do a great Abby.
You do a great Abby?
I do a great Abby.
And I do a great EJ. So there we go.
So there you go.
Cool. Should we go ahead and jump into news stuff?
We can jump into news stuff.
Right. We haven't played the news intro bumper in a while.
Oh.
I don't even know where it is. There it is.
Abby.
Pickle Rick!
Abby.
I am obsessed with that right now.
Oh, yeah. Trans girl obsessed with pickles. What else is new?
I mean, it's also Rick and Morty. So
yeah,
if you're not a fan of Rick and Morty, go watch Rick and Morty.
I enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
Abby.
What?
Chelsea Manning was in Vogue.
Chelsea Manning was in Vogue.
I mean, she's always been in vogue, but she was.
I
in
mean,
the
yeah.
magazine.
But this particular article is I didn't even I have not read this article yet. I got stopped at the beginning because Jesus Christ, I wish I looked that good in a bathing suit.
Look at her.
That's just it's ugh.
Goodness gracious. She's.
Insane.
Mm, mm.
Where is that? Is it Seattle? 'Cause I know
Oh,
she lives out there. I'm also impressed by the fact that they have a beach with absolutely nobody on it.
yeah. It's almost like they cleared it for a photo shoot or something.
I guess.
Jeez.
Yeah, holy crap. My goodness, holy cow.
Goodness gracious.
They're fucking great.
She
Sorry.
gets cuter every time.
Yep. It's almost like she's on hormones or something. All right. So what was the article is just basically what's the title of the article? Chelsea Manning changed the course of history and now she's focusing on herself. On the surface, I look at that and I feel like, oh, this is just kind of oh, the celebrities, they're just like us.
She fucking earned it, dude. She earned it.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot.
I mean, like, the thing I really just love so much about Chelsea Manning is just that, like, when you know how we have this like kind of delayed adolescence thing since we missed out on most of our like formative girlhood years, and you know, we have this whole kind of temptation, like when we first step out of the closet, it's just like, oh, how's things gonna go? I don't know, this that. And like, she had at the same time, first of all, she came out of trans and then had to be in prison for 7 years,
Yeah.
you know, for one.
Did she come out while she was in prison or before?
Out the day after she was sentenced.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. The day after she was sentenced, she came out as trans.
Okay.
She
I have not followed her until recently.
Right. I mean,
What-
she attempted suicide a few times. She's had like people who have been advocating for her to be able to take hormones inside, to be able to, you know, it's just, you know, so I mean, she comes out of the closet and like you have two things. This one sort of thing where it's like nothing anyone can do anymore can hurt her.
Yeah, she's already been through the worst that the world has to offer and everything
The
else.
worst
Cake
possible and so she steps out and all of a sudden, you know, she's on Twitter and just, you know, making art with emoji. And
yeah, oh my, she is so fluent in emojis. I don't know how the hell that happens.
I mean, she said she has been using them since they were just little text icons back in the 90s. So
I mean, okay.
practiced.
I mean, I'll use smileys, but holy cow, like
Oh, I am
different emojis.
I am adopting her habits consciously. I am going to, like, in her honor, like, emojis are ours now.
Do you know what? We
Just claim them for us.
I just had an idea, and I kind of want to tell you off air because I feel like somebody might steal it, but I've been teaching myself how to code lately. That's something I don't think I've really talked about on the show yet. I've been teaching myself how to code in my spare time.
News to me.
And so, yes, and you've been helping me, and thank you for that.
Well,
And so I've been brainstorming like ideas of things I can make now that I know a little bit of code. What if I made a program that kept track of how many different kinds of smileys Chelsea Manning uses?
do it.
Yes. Yep, we're going to be working on that. We'll release it. We'll make a Chelsea Manning emoji count Twitter account.
Or
It'll be-
something. There's options. There's different ways to do it. There are cool
Oh, yeah.
visualizations we can make.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. We're
Add
doing
all the emojis to a page and make one bigger the more she uses it.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Big fucking rainbow, like right
Oh.
across the screen.
Double rainbow all the way.
All the way.
All the way.
I love her so much.
I know. She's doing crazy awesome stuff. And the fact that she seems, I mean, you kind of see her through rose tinted glasses because she's big celebrity now. But I don't know. I hope she's doing better.
I mean,
I'm sure she's doing better than she was in prison, at least. But
well, have you like been following her on Twitter?
a little bit.
She just like people send all this like right-wing hate for her and it just bounces off and she fields it and she responds to it and it just bounces off. She's impenetrable.
True. What was it like? There was an article about like Chelsea Manning tries to attack this Republican guy and gets knocked into next week, and she just like,
but I'm still in this week? Question mark? Thinking emoji, rainbow emoji, two hearts emoji, hashtag fake news.
oh
She's perfect. That was exactly the tweet I was looking up for.
yeah.
Describing it. And she's like hard, leftist and
Oh yeah.
oh, it's so good. Someone said, "Bro, you're lucky that you are out of prison. Stop talking. You're a damn fool." And she said, "You can never shut me up." Heart eyes emoji, rainbow emoji.
Oh,
Somebody tweeted like it was somebody who was like on where she's a contributor at the Daily Caller News Foundation. She took like a surreptitious photo of Chelsea Manning on the Washington D.C. subway.
yep.
These two giant bags of Lego sets. And Chelsea just retweeted it. It's just like, you are living your best life. And like people were in the comments trying to figure out which one she had bought. I guess she had bought Detective Office, which everyone decided looked amazing.
Detective Office.
Detective Office.
Well, is that really her?
Yeah, she
Okay.
it.
I mean, just because she retweeted it doesn't mean.
I'm pretty sure it's her. Yeah.
I mean, that's the most like when you think of somebody like building a Lego set, like not many people get the Detective Office. But okay, I need to be on Twitter more because these kind of things, the shenanigans, like, oh my God, what Lego set is that? I want to be in on that.
I mean, it really does look cool the way it's put together. It really has some detail to it. It's like a city block.
But it's like I feel like anybody who goes out and buys Legos these days is going to get something like Star Wars themed or some kind of a theme.
Yeah, well, Chelsea Manning is like,
I wonder if she
beholden to your corporate interests.
I wonder if she's like, you've seen the Lego movie, right?
I have.
Okay, so like Will Ferrell's character where he has his basement just full of Legos.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's her.
Could be. Or maybe she just likes it. Maybe she just likes liking things.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just kind of
like someone tweeted back. I think they posted the picture of her from Vogue in her swimsuit, and they posted it at her, and there's just like, just, and of course, like half of the tweets on Chelsea Manning's timeline are just like retweets of her like quote commenting on someone, and it says this tweet is unavailable because no one learns. They like do not realize what happens when they tweet something shitty at Chelsea Manning, that they are going to get bombarded and have to lock their account. But they posted that it's just like, wearing a dress doesn't make a man into a woman, and she said it's a swimsuit emoji, snarky eyes emoji, heart emoji, rainbow emoji. And someone said, never mind swimsuits, how about a job? And she said, human labor is on the verge of becoming obsolete. Snarky emoji, keyboard emoji, 3 monitors emoji, factory emoji, city emoji, rainbow emoji, 2 hearts emoji.
She has made a cowboy out of emojis.
She did.
Yeah.
It's like, I am the sheriff of We Got This.
Is that, yeah, that's like her phrase now, isn't it?
That's her hashtag. I added it to our Twitter bio.
Awesome.
I'm fully on board with this. I did not ask you. I don't care. I love her.
Oh no, I am completely on board as well. Just it's only because I'm not on Twitter a lot is that I don't keep up with this stuff, and I need to be because holy cow.
Like 3 days ago, she's going out in this like bitch in pink dress. Holy cow.
Yeah, I saw that.
So good. It's just like that's the other thing. Like I feel like I showed you this when you were in town, but there's when Angelica Ross was on the Daily Show
Mhm,
and she was describing the term baby trans. And
mhm.
it's like, oh yeah, that like Trevor Noah made a joke about it. It's just like, oh well, I don't want people to be going around, hey, baby trans. Oh, I heard it on the Daily Show. You know, you have to explain what it is. And she said, oh well, that's when you go for the shortest skirts and the longest hair, but then you learn. And this idea that, you know, trans women come out of the closet and overdo it and then have to pull it back.
Yes.
Chelsea Manning came out of the closet and she don't have to give a fuck.
No, she doesn't.
Go out there in the pinkest fucking dress and still be a goddamn national hero.
Yeah.
We don't have to give a shit. It's inspiration.
I love it.
I have a queer friend who at the beginning of this year said, you know, she was just going to just embrace her sartorial destiny and just wear like more and more extra clothes. I was like, I am on board with that.
I mean, I'm similar to that because I really don't give a fuck what people think when I wear, I don't know, my 80s denim jacket and rainbow crap and 80s punk theme stuff, but it's not super femme.
See, me, I mean, I'm diving way into the femme thing. Like this week alone, on Tuesday, I think it was, I had my cool, if you haven't seen my cool sunglasses, they're like heart framed with blue mirrors. They're awesome. I was wearing my my polka dot like bathrobe dress, and I had a bow in my hair. I was just like, this is awesome. This is stuff I couldn't get away with when I was in the closet, and I can wear all this now. Today I'm wearing my like kind of vintagey, kind of stripy red dress. I'm wearing like sparkly Ariana Grande cat ears right now, you know, because I don't care. I love it so much. I wore it to the grocery store. I was beautiful. Oh, yeah. Look at me.
Oh no, open that in open image in new tab.
Oh,
Yeah, you've got it going on.
yeah, that was me on the way to my therapist appointment on Monday. Was having not a great day. I was wearing I have my polka dots. I have some of the cheap jewelry that we bought this weekend at the Clark and Wilson shopping district.
Pony Alley, yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, I don't know, just some fashion there. I don't know. That was a real good photo considering I wasn't wearing any makeup. I didn't expect it to look as good as it came out. So
yeah. I need to freaking, because I've never been super femme. Like even on my most feminine days, it's not super feminine, and I need to learn to embrace that a little bit more. I think
you don't have to.
I know I kind of want to.
Yeah,
I've really been looking for ways to kind of expand my sense of fashion into new and exciting areas. A few months ago, I did that with snapbacks, and that is a staple of my identity right now.
Yeah.
So many snapbacks in my house right now.
I actually had someone at work come up to me and say, it's just like, hey, have you noticed that other people have been kind of dressing like you lately? Like, huh? And they're like, oh, yeah, same kind of like vintagey dresses, the same kind of cut. It didn't seem like anyone did that before you started here. And now all of a sudden I see like 4 or 5 different people on the same day wearing that kind of thing. It's just like, cool. It's just, yeah. I'm wearing it because I am a software developer and I'm trans and I can just live my best life. And, you know, things like that. I'm just like, I'm going to embrace it. And if that's going to let cis people say, it's just like, yeah, I'm going to be pretty too. Well, you know, I don't know what was holding you back. You're cis, you can do anything, but I guess I'm glad I blazed a trail for you.
Yeah. I struggle with, I always have a hard time because either it's a floor length skirt for me or it's a skirt that might as well be a shirt. Sure. Like it's too, I I have a hard time getting over the fact that I have long legs and a really long torso, and so any kind of sundress that I put on, anything like that, it just shows off way too much.
Abby, we got to get on Ishakti together. We got
I know.
get together. We
We-
got. I'm not
Okay.
lecturing. I'm saying we got to make an activity out of this.
Okay.
We got to find something that's gonna be banging on you.
I got stuff that's gonna be banging on me.
Yeah, yeah.
I got lots of stuff that I love. It's just not super feminine.
Well, that's the point. That's what we're saying. We got to
That's
get.
not what banging is.
If you want to embrace your femme identity, then let's get some banging femme garments.
Okay, banging femme garments, not banging garments.
Yeah, we were in the context of a conversation about dresses, so I thought that was understood.
Okay, well,
Gail.
okay, let's do that.
Okay, let's make it happen, man. I want to see you embrace your embrace that destiny.
Femininity bangingness.
Femininity.
Okay,
A fenemini.
we'll do that. Also, I want to get Chelsea Manning on the show.
I want to get so many people on this show.
I know.
Like
I-
I posted that article earlier this week on the Facebook page. If you haven't seen it, there's this Autostraddle list of like a bunch of different trans women actresses.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Hari Neff, and I was just like, does anyone know how to get in touch with her agent? And also, if she does podcasts, because I love her, please, thank you. Come on.
Friggin' Jamie Clayton and Angelica Ross and Richards. Jennifer Richards? Jen Richards would be great. Laura Jane Grace. There's a bunch of people I would love to have on the show.
Elle Hendley. Oh my God.
So many people. So many awesome people.
You know that I hate this. Like I was watching. I'm like my favorite show on TV is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and I was watching a second season episode, and all of a sudden there was like they had like a pseudo Burning Man festival that they were kind of a parody of Burning Man, and they had like a bartender who was just wearing like a top with a British flag, and I looked at her. I just like they made a joke about how she's British, but like I looked at her. I was just like trans. I just like my trans star went off, and I was so excited. I was so excited and happy. And I looked it up, and it's Michelle Hendley, who had really cute bangs in the movie Boy Meets Girl. Her bangs were so good. Oh my God. I haven't seen the movie, but just in the stills from it, you can see her bangs.
Mhm.
And she just showed up in that show, and I was just so they didn't even comment on it. They just like she was just an actress playing a role. It was great. Oh,
What was that? You sent me an album, comedy album.
oh yeah, Riley Silverman.
Silverman. Yes, Riley Silverman. If you want to listen to some good comedy that is done by a trans woman who says some like, it's not transphobic when a trans woman says it. I think that's the said to me, and I was like, all right, I'll give this a listen,
Yeah, it's
and I really like it.
Riley
she-
Silverman, Intimate Apparel.
Is it? Yeah, Intimate Apparel.
Name of the album.
Yep,
Oh man,
I love that. So go
why
check
didn't we
it out.
play a track from that instead of Pickle Rick?
Instead of what?
Go! I'm
That.
Pickle Rick!
Pickle Rick.
Boy.
I mean, yeah, let's get Riley Silverman on here.
Yeah. Riley, do you listen to our podcast?
We should.
Diary of a Trans Woman at gmail.com, or you can hit us on Twitter, or
We don't do that until after the show. We still got 10 minutes to fill. We got to talk about how Pakistan is doing awesome things.
Pakistan. What?
Pakistan. I'm just gonna read this whole story because this is
The
from
whole story, Abby.
globalcocktails.com. I don't know how legitimate this is, but I don't know. It sounds really good. Pakistan bans discrimination against transgender women. This is from August 10th. Today, thanks to 2 bills in Pakistan, it will soon be illegal to discriminate against transgender persons when it comes to education, housing, and inheriting. The bills were introduced to the National Assembly. One would amend sections of the Pakistan Penal Code and the Code of Criminal Procedure, making it illegal and punishable by up to 6 months in prison if caught discrimination. While the other, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Bill, would allow these anti-discrimination laws to be more inclusive of all trans people while proclaiming them an integral part of society. So, yeah, that's the entire article.
I wouldn't go so far as to call us an integral part of society.
I mean, I think we're pretty integral to.
We're medium integral. We
Yeah.
do computers and wear cat ear headbands.
True. But the
No.
fact that Pakistan is passing these laws nationwide and we're here with our president saying, hey, trans people can't be in the military anymore, sorry, and everyone else being like, man, I don't really know. That's actually how the conversation went.
Yeah, actually, there are a couple of civil rights organizations who just sued the government for it.
Yeah.
Which they sued them in pretty much a way where they say, look, if you guys are like, the Pentagon has been kind of coy about it. It's like, it was a tweet. We can't do anything. I don't know. So if they end up actually, like, if they say, no, we're not going to enforce it, well, then that's that. The lawsuit if they say it's like, yes, we're going to enforce it, well, then here comes the lawsuit. So
But they've already said that they're not going to enforce it.
they've said it, but like not officially. I mean, the door is still open. And so this kind of like the lawsuit kind of forces them to pick a side.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would not put it past them to be like, oh, we're going to make this proclamation and then it's going to be an open issue until everyone forgets about it and then we'll make it in secret.
Here, I saw an article about it the other day. Says Wednesday's lawsuit is a highly effective warning shot. If the Pentagon is poised to purge trans troops, the NCLR and GLAAD will sue to stop them. If the Pentagon is not poised to purge trans troops, the NCLR and GLAAD will make them prove it in court. Either way, the suit should bring much needed clarity to a policy, to a cruel and unjustified policy that stands to ruin the lives of thousands. Wow, I didn't notice there was a typo at the end of that, so I stumbled over that. That's their bad, not mine. I talk perfect stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that is good. I think definitely, because I mean things like the HB2 case and how the government was suing North Carolina, that just got dropped. Like nobody, like it's just not a thing anymore, and nobody cares because nobody was really paying attention when it was dropped, and so it has its
more complicated. Like they did it in such a way where I don't remember all the details, but I remember it was just like because they had a Democratic governor elected, and like,
well, it's like it was a Democratic federal government suing a Republican state government, and now it is a Republican federal government and a Democratic state government, and so they switched over. And so I don't know. Yeah, that case, no matter which way you slice it, that case is hard to get through. But still, it was just like, yeah, we're just going to be done talking about this. We never really reached a verdict, but we're not really going to be talking about what happened. And so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it got all tanked. Like they had, since everything had been gerrymandered to hell, and the Republicans who are, in the state legislature or whatever, made it real complicated and dumb and transphobic, and certainly not as glorious a wonderland as Pakistan is poised to be.
You crying or yawning?
I was yawning.
Okay. Like,
I'm getting real emotional over Pakistan, yeah.
So it's so sweet what they're doing.
I don't know. I still wouldn't want to fly to Pakistan because I would be worried about them. It's just like, folks, we have to make an emergency landing in Saudi Arabia. And I'd be like, no, I'm going to die. I am illegal there.
Saudi Arabia, and was it the Czech Republic? Is that it? What's the one with the gay camps?
I don't know. I just
There was
know
a-
it's literally illegal to be trans in Saudi Arabia.
No. What was that? That's gonna kill me if I can't remember that. The
Camp?
it was Chechens.
Chechnya.
Yeah, Chechnya. Yeah, the Chechnyan government is being dicks.
All right, well, all in that area. It's like I'm not. I don't want to generalize, just that I don't want a flight diverted and that to kill.
Oh no, yeah, I don't want to deal with that either.
It's just maybe when there's a hyperloop that'll get me straight to Karachi, I'll go to Pakistan. But until then, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was about it. And we are just about out of time. If you want to get in touch with the show, if you got questions or comments or concerns, diaryofatranswoman@gmail.com is where you're going to want to go for that. If you want to find us on Twitter, I am at Abby Geek. The show is at Trans Diary Show. EJ are
At ShiaMX500.
BMX500. Excellent. Facebook, Diary of a Trans Woman. That should just about do it. Artwork for the show. No, that's not it. That's not it. I had a brain fart. Hold the phone. Now give the phone to me. If you want to support the show, 5-star reviews wherever you get the show are going to go a long ways towards helping us out. If you really want to help us out, though, patreon.com/diary of a trans woman. Check it out. It's awesome. We're doing awesome things over there. Every dollar helps. So, yeah, artwork for the show is provided by Taylor Lane Straw. Check out more of their work over at taylorlanephoto.com. If you want to check out bandcamp.com/samesexmarried, they do all the music for us. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care. Have fun.
Bye.
Pickle! I'm Pickle Rick!
Oh, crap. Stop.